All right, you're welcome to Infotech class. I trust you're doing well. Okay, I pray you get better so that you can join us as soon as possible. Okay, all right. So we want to look at the topic graphic package. Okay, and these are going to be the objectives for the class. One, by the end of this class, we want the student to be able to define a concept graphic package. We want the student to be able to identify the types of graphic package. And then finally, we want the student to be able to identify the features of a graphic package. So when you see a graphic package, you should be able to identify each of the features in the graphic package environment. Okay? Now, to help us understand the concept, graphic package, I like us to break the concept into patches. What is graphic? And then what is package? So let's see if at the end you'll be able to deduce what graphic package will be. So what's a graphic? So graphic are signs, symbols, artistic designs, etc. used by artists and other people to communicate or make an impression. Graphic are signs, symbols, artistic designs used by artists and others to communicate or make an impression. Now listen, an artist is anyone who has a skill in the production of graphics. Then when it comes to others, that would be me and you who don't have professional skill in producing image. So we work with the tools made available to us, either manually or electronically. Okay, from this definition, it's clear that any sign, symbol, or artistic design that is able to pass a message or make an impression is referred to as graphic. You can see graphically now signs, symbols, and designs. If you pay attention to these signs, symbols, and design, you would know what they are trying to say at each time. So graphics are any signs, symbols, artistic designs that can be used to communicate or make an impression. Then what's the package? I can imagine the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word package. Okay, but in this context, we're not talking about gifts. We are not talking about Christmas package. No. When it comes to ICT, when you hear the word package, it simply refers to an application software. Is that okay? So package simply means an application software. Now we have defined graphics and we've defined package. What then is an application software? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Maybe you'll come up with something. What is an application software? Okay, I believe you've given it a thought and you can on your own define graphic package based on the definition of graphics and package. Okay, now I'm going to give you mine so you blend it with yours and see if we've said the same thing or if there's any much difference. Okay, so now graphic package is an application software. Remember, the word package means application software. So it's an application software that is mainly used for designing purpose. Graphic package is an application software mainly used for designing purpose. In other words, a graphic package is an application software used to create and manipulate images. I love this definition. An application software used to create and manipulate images. Let's look at some examples of graphic package. Remember we said graphic package are those application software used to create and manipulate images. So what are the examples? 1, we have Corel Draw. 2, we have Microsoft Paint. 3, we have Adobe Photoshop. 4, we have logo graphics. 5, we have Paintbrush. 6, we have Paint Artist. 7, we have Instant Artist. 8, we have Photoshop Pro. 9, we have Harvard Graphics. And 10, we have PaintShop Pro. Now let me tell you something. Each of these examples can be categorized into 2 types. Each of these examples, of course, can produce graphics, but we can categorize each of these examples into 2 types. Now, what are the types of graphic package? But before we get to the types of graphic package, let's look at the uses of graphic package. What can a graphic package be used for? 1, a graphic package can be used to create, edit, display and print out graphic images. A graphic package can be used to create, edit, display and print out graphic images. 2, a graphic package, or rather graphic packages are used to design letter-headed paper, birthday cards, wedding cards, complimentary cards, invitation cards, logos and banner. Letter-headed paper is an official paper used to send official information within or outside an organization. Now, that letter-headed paper will carry the detailed information of that organization, showing that this is an official document coming from that particular organization. So, a graphic package can be used to design this. 3, a graphic package can be used for designing artworks. Now, while we're defining graphics, we say graphics are signs, symbols, and artistic designs used to communicate and make an impression. So, artworks are examples of signs, symbols, artistic designs that can communicate and make an impression. 4, graphic packages are used for designing cartoons, news, book covers, illustration in textbooks and other things. Okay, they are not necessarily used alone for designing in textbooks, but also on walls, on banners, posters, etc. Is that okay? All right, now I told you that we can categorize each of the examples shown here of graphic package into 2 types. That would mean we have basically 2 types of graphic package. What are the 2 types of graphic package? We have the drawing package and the paint package. In other words, a drawing package can also be referred to as a vector package, while a painting package can be referred to as a raster package. Is that okay? All right, so let's see. Drawing package. What is a drawing package? Just as the name implies, a drawing package is an application software used to produce image through the use of colored lines and shapes. A drawing package is an application software used to produce image through the use of colored lines and shape. Now imagine you have one colored line and any shapes like circle, square, triangle, rectangle, etc. and just a line. We can use that to design something like a house. A line and a shape can be used to design something like a house. Maybe a triangle be used to design the roof. A square can be used to design the windows of the building. So that's the essence of drawing package, using simple concept to build complex images. So drawing package is an application software used to produce images through the use of colored lines and shape. Examples of drawing packages: we have CorelDRAW, computer aided design, also known as CAD, and then we also have Micrographix, etc. Okay, Now, these are some of the examples or illustrations that can be done using graphic packages. Remember, we said graphic package is an application that can be used to produce images through the use of lines and shape. Now, look at this beautiful image. If you look at it carefully, all you can see there are colored lines, just a background with colored lines, and it has produced such a beautiful image. This is an example of what graphic, or rather drawing package, can do. Also, look at this beautiful picture. You will not believe that this picture is a combination of colored lines with different shapes. So it's practically clear that drawing packages can be used to produce images through the use of colored lines and shapes. What are some of the advantages of drawing packages? One, because they are lines and shape, it does not consume a lot of memory space. It doesn't consume a lot of memory space because they are just lines and shape brought together to form an image. Unlike raster images or painting images that require you the use of pixels, collection of pixels. Okay, drawing packages does not consume a lot of memory space. Two, they can be grouped together to form a shape. Now imagine you have a line, several shapes: rectangle, box, which you call square, and then rectangle, triangle, and the rest, and you bring each of them together, group them to form a house. So they can be detached and grouped to form different shapes. Now, what are the features of a drawing package environment? So when you see a drawing package environment, what are some of the features? One, we have the title bar, which is the topmost section of your drawing package environment. We have the menu bar, we have the toolbox, we have the color palette, the status bar, and the printable area. We are going to discuss each of these features in detail in our next class. Okay? Now, but just to give you a view of what a drawing package looks like, this is a practical example of a drawing package. This is an environment of a drawing package. So when we meet next week, we are going to explain each of the features and what each of the features can do. I believe you enjoy this lesson. In our next class, we will discuss the features in detail. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day.